What's up, y'all? I'm gonna be quick today because I got stuff to do today. But I had to come on here. What did I do today? I went to the gym. And just laundry, just the usual. Nothing exciting. I have a lot of story time that I'm not gonna be able to play all tonight. But it was just the story time was story timing tonight. And it was just some funny stuff. I seen a lot of funny stuff. I seen some crazy stuff. I seen some, all the above. Let's look at this news right quick, see what it's about, see what we got. Probably ain't nothing. I mean, y'all know Israel's at war, but I don't mean when I say it ain't nothing, it ain't like that. Y'all know what it is. Let's see what we got. Mia Khalifa, who's a porn star, was let go from Playboy after voicing her support for Hamas. So she's a Palestinian porn star, and there's no place in Playboy for people like her. Pun intended. California's newly enacted Ebony Alert law is the first in kind nationwide to prioritize search for black youth. A lot of people are not liking it because a lot of people are saying the police will discriminate, but I'm sure they could be timed, right? If it's an Ebony Alert, maybe they'll time the police. Like, what is the response to Ebony Alert versus Amber Alerts? It's a shame that we need an Ebony Alert, but it's just facts that more black children go missing and they don't get. I get what the governor's trying to do or whatever. It is divisive, but it would probably be better if he stated this with his police force in California, hey, do you guys call times or not, blah blah blah. Doing Ebony Alert is it's very liberal. It was a very liberal move. Let's see what else we got. Going down the timeline, y'all. There's a lot of math, y'all. I'm just picking on what I feel like I'm under the gun. I gotta get this done. For nearly 30 years, he brought hockey to life for millions. Now Barry Melrose, who's been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, is stepping away. Don't know who that guy is. But, you know what? It happens to the best. Floyd Mayweather says he stands with Israel. He's sending his private jet over there to deliver food. Look at Floyd. Americans are being held by the Hamas. The Hamas has got hostages and everything. It's real over there. Five women have sued Tim Ballard, whose life experiences rescuing children from sex traffickers inspired the movie Sound of Freedom, accusing him of sexual assault and battery. Dang. Yeah, y'all. The actor strike is still going on. Former President Trump has been insinuating for weeks that former President Obama is secretly still in control of the White House. A lot of people say that. I'm not saying that's fake news. I'm not saying that. Some Missouri sheriff waives concealed carry fees for residents amid global unrest. Now, what do Missouri concealed carry have to do with global unrest? That's my question. Y'all better stay woke though, because I mean, people packing out here, y'all. All y'all thieves. There's a lot of thievery going on. Y'all better stay woke. Be thinking about that before y'all steal some stuff. Let's see. Somebody said the internet is really frying young people's brains. They don't even believe what they're saying. They're just repeating social media influences. Let's see.
Like, you know?
How much does a guy have to make to be with y'all?
Shit. I don't know when that nigga make probably like, what, 300K a year.
300K a year?
Yeah. I need 6K.
6K?
600K.
600K.
Yeah. That's all. Shit, if you make more, I'm fucking with it. But it's like, you know, that's the minimum.
So why 600 and like, you said, what you say?
I 600K.
Why 300 and 600K?
Cause that's what I'm gonna be making. You gotta match my energy. That's what I'm gonna be making. You gotta match my energy.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
I feel like I'm the type of bitch to spoil my nigga. So it's just like, if I'm spoiling you, you gotta spoil me the same way. Like, we should be going on dates every month. I'm talking about like 8, 9 dates a month. You feel me? Like every weekend type shit. So it's like, you gotta be making bread.
Alright, how much?
She said make that bread and leave. Listen, I ain't mad at these little young girls, but that's just not reality. But we all can dream, right? I want them to set their standards higher. Please do, because, I mean, it's just good for the environment. I feel like I don't want these girls settling. I mean, is it very materialistic? Absolutely. Is it realistic? Absolutely not. They ain't gonna get no man that's doing that. But, you know, it sounds good. Let's see what else we got here. Really ain't nothing besides the guys under attack and stuff like that is really going on, guys. And since I'm in kind of a time crunch, I'm just gonna get into these Reddits because I know y'all love the Reddits. Come on, Reddit. Let's see what you got with your funky butt. Alright, men of Reddit. What is something the other men do that makes you say, yeah, they're going to be single forever? Make overt sexual remarks or inappropriate things. Yeah. Think their flaws are forgivable while the flaws of others aren't. Sending unsolicited D-pics. Yes. Loudly telling women how to be more desirable to men. Yeah. Y'all gotta stop doing that. Yeah, let's go to the next one. Because I'll be here all night. And I got stuff to do. And y'all... You know, we got some story times. Why is your wife taking your last name so important? Somebody said hyphenation is not the answer. My wife hyphenated and it's more trouble than not. She basically can't fit her name on legal documents now. We both wish she kept her maiden name now. She basically went from Paula McCarthy to Paula McCartney Lennon, not actual names, and it's a pain. Somebody said it wasn't important to me, but she hates her family. Yeah. I personally have a hyphenated last name and it's not giving me any pain. So I don't know what y'all talking about. But I told my husband, like, he could have took my last name and had a new identity. It's fun. to another one. I ain't got time for y'all like that. What makes you feel rich even though you aren't? Family and love. And I'm not just being sarcastic. I do love my family even though they get on my nerves. But having and everybody healthy and just alive, that makes me feel rich. Somebody said not having to check or recall my current bank balance before I take myself or others out to eat. It's nice basing your diet on what you like to eat instead of what you can fit. That's true. You must be rich then. I have a warm bed, roof over my head, my own vehicle, fresh, clean water, and food to eat. I know that's right. Y'all could just turn on the TV and look at the war in Israel. Y'all all should feel rich, for real. Grew up dirt poor, so basically everything lights are on. I'm rich, food in the fridge, I'm balling. I know that's right. And yeah, most of y'all don't even eat the food in y'all fridge. Somebody said 100 megabytes per second Wi-Fi, paid off mortgage, okay. Debt free, what's that? What is that? What foreign language is that? Being able to fill my tank up without worrying about if I have enough. A to the man. Look at y'all pointing out the great things in life. Let's go ahead and get into the story time. Let's see what we got. So this lady was trying to get rid of some roaches in her house, y'all. And she said she do this all the time, but the lady then almost killed her family, y'all. So let's look at this.
Bugs in the kitchen.
There was over thousands of roaches.
Claims of hundreds of cockroaches inside a home. The dangerous solution that had firefighters rescuing the family. See, the chemicals inside bug bombs can be dangerous, and that's something a Middletown family learned all too well today.
As 9 on your side, Scott Wegener reports an attempt to kill the bugs put the human beings in danger.
The scope of the problem that started it all is in dispute.
I saw 2 or 3 bugs in the kitchen.
There was over thousands of roaches.
When Middletown firefighters came to Lily Hoskins' home on Minnesota Street for a trouble breathing call, they say they were greeted with a cockroach infestation.
When we walked in, we could see that they were on all the vertical and horizontal surfaces, furniture and stuff, as well as the floor.
All of that is untrue.
Still, Hoskins, who lives with her handicapped husband and 3 grandchildren, thought the bug problem was bad enough to take extreme measures. She set off several foggers in the middle of the night when everyone else was asleep.
In the living room, 1 in the dining room, 1 in the kitchen, and 1 in the patio.
She became overwhelmed and called 911.
I got all choked up, and I couldn't breathe.
When Captain Spaulding and the other firefighters arrived, they too were affected by the bug bombs.
We started to get scratchy throats.
But there were still children upstairs that one of their team needed to rescue.
He was able to put on an air pack and help finish getting the children out from the upstairs.
Hoskins' husband Michael was sent to the hospital and later released. The children were unharmed but sent to their parents while the house aired out. Friday morning, everyone was back home and there were no bugs to be seen. Lily Hoskins says the whole thing was blown out of proportion.
This is something I've been doing for years.
Scott Wegener, 9 on your side, Middletown.
That was hilarious, but she got rid of them bugs, baby. She said she been doing that, y'all. Please don't set off bombs with your whole family in the house. But I know she just woke up and she was like, if I see another roach, that's it. I ain't having it. I know that's right, because I would be the same way. And I probably almost killed my whole family because I get it. But her husband was in a wheelchair, y'all. Like, the man was slumped. It was a sight to see.
Accused of sexually abusing 2 pit bulldogs.
The neighbor behind you, they oversaw the 19-year-old male having sex with your female dogs.
Lafayette didn't believe them until they showed her the video her neighbors recorded.
And it showed him on his knees inside the kennel with my dog. And he was on his knees like he was a dog.
Police arrested 19-year-old Bernard Archer. Lafayette says Archer was supposed to be cleaning out her dog's kennels and doing other work around her home because she paid for him to enter a program to get his GED.
One agreement was if I paid the tuition, then he would pay half of his tuition by working.
Lafayette trusted Archer, and she introduced him to her dogs. Now she feels she let her babies down.
For him to come on my property and rape my female dog, that's totally unheard of, and that was what really hurt me. I wasn't here to
Not the dogs barking in the background. Y'all, like I said, it's some crazy story times. Let's keep going.
Okay, I'm going to do a whole video on this because let me be your lesson, because this apparently happens a lot. I found it through a Reddit thread. Sorry, the reflection is like annoying. So I know that it's a common thing. And the guy at Chase told me this is super common. So for the last year and a half, I have gotten a charge from the charge. I'll put a picture of it. The charge says Amazon Prime, WA, like Washington, and then some letters and numbers. $16.15 3 times a month for the past year. And they were smart. They started one time a month. I would get the charge and I would see it and I'd be like, whatever. It's like some sort of subscription I must have through Amazon, blah, blah, blah. There's also an Amazon Prime monthly payment option, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I pay it in full every year in January, which I do. So I started, now that I'm unemployed, I decided to look at all my finances, right? And I never really look in my checking account because I see the total, whatever. I always look at my credit card statements, but they were taking it straight out of my checking account, which is alarming. So I started to look into it more. I Google it online and like people on Reddit were saying like this happened to them. So I call Amazon and I only get to talk to the robot and they send me my full transaction list with Amazon and there's no $16.15 charges on there. And I was like, that's not good. So I called Chase and I'm like, I don't know what this is. It's been happening for almost a year and a half. Like, I don't have my checking account hooked up to my Amazon account. Like, that's weird. And they told me, they were like, Amazon is like literally the least secure website. This happens all of the time. Never put your credit card, especially never put your debit card on your Amazon account, which apparently I put my debit card on there at one point a year and a half ago. I don't know why I did that at the time. I never do that. I always use my credit card online, and that's how they got access to my checking account to take out this $16.15 3 times a month, which I'm not getting back, by the way, because Chase only gives you back like 60 days, the past 60 days of fraudulent charges. So that sucks. I'm out all of this money. But let me be a lesson for you, okay? Check your accounts, check your checking account, check your credit cards, because apparently this happens all of the time. Your information is not like secure on Amazon. The guy that I talked to that worked at Chase said he only uses prepaid cards on Amazon. Like, that's how frequently this shit is happening, which is frustrating. But yeah, that is the story, unfortunately. I'm out. I don't even want to do the math on how much money that is. I'm not going to think about it. You know, there's a lot worse things going on in the world right now. So it is what it is.
Check them charges. I need to start checking mine, for real.
2 weeks later, I had a warrant out for my arrest and I went to jail.
Marquana spent 6 hours in jail, but all charges were dismissed when this security footage proved her innocence. The scanners at self-checkout lines are meant to make shopping an easy breezy experience.
69 cents.
But they can also be a major headache, says shopping expert Phil Lempert.
It is so easy to make a mistake on these machines. People have a full shopping cart, they're putting it in, they forget to scan something, or the machine just doesn't work. And if you make a mistake unintentionally, hey, you could be arrested.
Sounds hard to believe? Consider what happened to Paige Warren.
I didn't steal.
She says she was on her way out of a Walmart in Texas with a shopping cart filled with items when an employee told her that a $6 bag of Reese's Pieces didn't scan.
I apologized immediately and said, I'm so sorry. I scanned it. I thought it scanned. And I was trying to take out my debit card to go over there and pay. And he was like, you can't do that. You have to come with me.
She was taken to a back room and questioned by an officer.
I don't understand why I can't just walk back and pay for my bag of Reese's and go outside with my children.
I'm starting to panic because I'm just in this room with them and they're not listening to me. I'm just like almost in tears. I'm ready to cry.
They let her go without pressing charges, but she's now banned from that location.
I do not use self-checkout. I do not want to be accused of something like that again.
She's not the only shopper we spoke to who says they were falsely accused of shoplifting and even detained after using a self-checkout machine.
I didn't want to go to jail. I was just trying to do everything that he told me to do.
Marquana Tippins says when she was having trouble scanning items at a Cleveland Walmart, this employee came over to lend a hand. But after paying, she says this security guard accused her of stealing.
I'm just checking receipt.
He let her go, but Marquana says she was so offended, she returned everything.
I was being accused of something I didn't do, And I just felt like that was a slap in the face. So I returned everything and they offered me a gift card.
But that wasn't the end of it.
2 weeks later, I had a warrant out for my arrest and I went to jail.
Marquana spent 6 hours in jail, but all charges were dismissed when this security footage proved her innocence. Her attorney, Steve Albenzi, says it can happen to anyone.
It's scary for any person to think that they can literally be going about their day grocery shopping for their children, and that leads to incarceration.
What tips do you have for people using self-checkout?
Number one is slow down. Don't try to rush through. Look at the bottom of the cart. If you put anything on the bottom, make sure you're scanning that as well. If you've got one item, sure, use the self-checkout. But if you've got 15 items, head to the cashier.
The customer who was arrested is suing Walmart and the security guard for false imprisonment. They both deny any wrongdoing.
I don't even mess with self-checkouts. Not just, one, I'm lazy. I'm like, I'm here, y'all do it. But two, this is why, because of this.
Stop it, Allie.
A mother and her daughter are just coming home from breakfast at a local restaurant.
Boy, in the house.
They shoo the dogs inside, closing and locking the doors behind them. But the calm of this day is almost immediately shattered. And this homeowner and her family will find themselves explaining to police exactly what happened that day.
A car pulled in right behind us. And I kind of looked at Allie. I said, whose car is that? She said, I don't know.
Stacy Duckrow is talking about her daughter Allie, and she's talking about this car and this driver. Soon enough, mom, daughter, and dad Mitch all learn the identity of this young man, James Rail, Allie's old high school boyfriend.
We saw that was James standing there. They kind of dated when they were younger.
But it had been years since the two had seen one another. Until last night, there had been no contact at all.
Hi, Allie. It's James.
Then this voice message out of the blue.
I just wanted to reach out to you because I just wanted to see how you're doing.
James, she doesn't want to talk to you.
Allie never calls James back, and yet here he is on her front porch the next day.
He was just standing there with his hands like this behind his back, like this. And I several times, I don't know exactly how many times, but I said, James, she doesn't want to talk to you, even to leave.
It looks like James gets the message. He walks away. But a few minutes later...
He's leaving. Hey, he's coming back. Oh my God. He's coming in the house.
911, what's your emergency?
There's some guy on my front porch. He won't leave.
Do you know who it is?
Yes. Yeah, he's an ex-boyfriend of mine. Oh my God. And the door started popping open. So bitch was trying to hold the door closed. I went to come in. Dad's holding the door. Mom's freaking out. Starts like overpowering my dad. I was so scared. Emily was terrified. We both screamed.
What is your name?
Allison Ducro. Can you please hurry, please?
Police are on the way, but it may be too late to prevent the threat at the door.
That's crazy.
When he hit it again, I switched my back because I hit the door so hard. Door frame flipped off. He's starting to get in.
Allie's dad grabs his gun from the bedside stand.
Ma'am?
Yeah?
What's going on?
He broke through the door and my dad shot at him.
Did he run or is he still there?
I really don't know, ma'am. I'm hiding.
Ma'am, I need you to calm down enough to tell me, has he been shot?
I think so. I don't want to look. Please don't make me look.
You can see Rail laying on the walkway near the garage. He's not moving.
Did you shoot him? Yeah. He was trying to break in and get to our daughter.
The 22-year-old attacker was shot 3 times and died at the scene.
I got 3 casings.
Inside the home, the surviving family tries to recover.
Are you okay, ma'am? You want to just help her? I don't want her to fall.
We did everything we could to get him to leave.
The police talked to all 3 family members. In the end, no charges were filed against Mitch Duckworth, and his daughter couldn't be more proud of her father.
Thank you for saving me. You're the best dad ever. You just saved my life.
James Rail's family disagrees with the grand jury's decision not to charge Mitch Duckworth with murder. They are actively campaigning to seek justice for their son.
No, but for real, that dude broke the door off the hinges. I don't know how his family did not think that he wasn't gonna get shot, because
This young woman is a rose amongst the thorns. I don't know who she is, but y'all just watch this video.
Are you a virgin?
Yes,
And how old are you?
I'm 21.
Why haven't you done the deed yet?
The key to a strong society is family. And so, in my view, choosing my future husband is like the most important decision I'll ever make. And I'm somebody that I know my heart, and I know that I fall really hard when I meet somebody. So I want to retain some level of objectivity when I'm selecting a future partner. And I know that if I had sex with them, I would be completely imprinted on them. And instead of being like, okay, is this person, do they have the qualities that I'm looking for in a husband? Or am I just making it work instead of like seeing red flags and leaving?
Is there any reason why you're dressed so modestly instead of revealing like most women tend to do when they come out to Miami?
I mean, this is just my personal sense of style. I just think it's respectful to others and to my future partner, and to myself, to just cover myself up. I know that I, take care of myself. I'm pretty athletic, but I don't need to have that on display.
I don't know who this woman is, but much respect to you. You are literally a rose amongst the thorns. You are a needle in the haystack.
she ain't lying about that. But I just hope that whoever her husband is, that he is worth all this. Not to be pessimistic, but y'all know what's out there right now. All right, let's do one more because these are just too good.
Baby, if somebody would have told me 10 years ago this is how middle-aged men was going to act, I wouldn't have believed him. I have never seen anybody want to send a picture of their tallywhacker faster than a man 45 plus. Hey, sir, that thing ain't even attractive anymore. The balls are longer than the tallywhacker. Why do you want to show that? And then you got to try to figure out how to arrange it all on the cover, and then your cover be dingy and dirty, and then it don't even be flattering. It barely be half stabbed, it be limped over, and you still be trying to send that picture, trying to arrange it and send it. Blood pressure pills ain't allowing that thing to be strong, but you still want to send it to somebody. I have never seen a group of men be so excited about taking one of them little fuzzy ass pictures and send it to you. It just be so much wrong, and then have you sitting there making fun of it.
Child, don't tell me the old schools is doing that. Don't do it, old school. Don't do it. But I gotta do it. I gotta end this because I gotta go. Y'all, it's been fun. Don't leave your pit bulls around some people because it gets real out here. Y'all stay safe.